990, Holy Ghost filled, you will sing and I live the high life cause I'm heavenly minded. Hold up, I'm a 90s baby. So really, you made me walk up to you and you don't subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like the video and share it with someone. I know you will. Righteous like so wicked, righteous like no wicked, you righteous like so wicked, righteous like no. Well, the Catholic Church and the UPND have had a relationship that has been very dramatic, is the easiest way to describe it. So it's been an up and down, back and forth kind of relationship. It's especially from 2024. That's when most of these activities started popping up. So here is what is happening at the moment, and this is what has happened according to the mass newspaper. So according to Cornelius Mweta, Chief Government Spokesperson and Minister of Information, he says, we'll take you on. Mweta warns Bishop Piri over criticism. So if you remember, it should have been early last week, Bishop from Eastern Province, Bishop Piri of the Catholic Church, issued a criticism of the UPND government, where he had said to say development should not be used as a tool for campaign promises when things can be done to resolve and help people prior to election period. Let those things be done and not just be dependent on getting votes from people. So it's that criticism that prompted Chief Government Spokesperson Cornelius Mweta to respond to the bishop and simply put up a press briefing, very much, where he said those things to say, I mean, they are ready to take on that particular bishop. So that back and forth continues with the church. And then obviously a number of people, stakeholders chipped in, and one of them was that Emmanuel Mwamba says this is just arrogance, referring to Cornelius Mweta, saying the statement, and then they attached the video of Cornelius Mweta's statement, which you'll find on this channel on the community tab, which was issued by the Ministry of Information. And then obviously the mass newspaper also reports to say Bishop Piri not alone. We will continue to acknowledge good and denounce evil as a Catholic Church. So simply saying that statement that was given by Bishop Piri, it's not in his individual capacity. It represents the church, and they'll continue to acknowledge the good things, but also denounce evil. So pretty much Catholic Church doubling down on their stance with different statements. If you remember, initially it just used to be the Lusaka bishop. Now it seems like even the Eastern Province bishop has chipped in. And Munia Zulu, the amazing member of parliament, has acknowledged that. So he says the government has migrated to declaring war on Bishop Msipu after attacking the Archbishop of Lusaka. Hope they are ready for this. So he simply says, okay, it seems like it has shifted from Bishop Banda, now they've gone to Eastern Province. So he simply says they hope they're ready for the Pandora's box that they're opening with the Catholic Church. That's according to Munia Zulu there. The mass newspaper also carries on. Zambians are hungry. People's feelings cannot be suppressed with propaganda, Arik Banda. So this is the initial bishop that used to have a lot of back and forth, particularly with the head of state, President Hakainde Hichilema. Used to issue a number of criticisms towards the UPND and obviously towards the head of state. And then at some point was also implicated in some ZRA vehicle that it's alleged was given to him as a gift by Edgar Chagalungu, and then which was repossessed by the state. So there's been that back and forth. So once that particular statement came from Cornelius Mweta towards the bishop from Eastern Province, Bishop Piri, I also chipped in Banda there. So pretty much Lusaka Bishop and Eastern Province Bishop or Bishop Piri there. Emmanuel Mwamba says, every time the president speaks, an army of spokespersons comes out to clarify what he meant. Can he for once say what he means? So he's referring to the statements that will be issued by the head of state, and then obviously Cornelius Mweta says that's not the case. And in this case, he's referring to the recent statement of amending the constitution, where the head of state is quoted by some newspaper headlines. You can see the previous broadcast. to say they have agreed to make some changes to the constitution. Well, then chief government spokesperson simply said no, no changes will be made to the constitution. So it's that back and forth that Emmanuel Mamba is referring to, say the head of state will issue a statement and then an army of spokespersons come through. Chilfetayari has also chipped in. He says, though I'm still laying in bed, I need to post this for, Ambuye George Lungu, Archbishop of Sparta. So simply says, chipping in, shares the article that was given as a response to Cornelius Mwetwa from the Archbishop of Sparta. And that's the statement where he says they acknowledge Bishop Perry's statement as a church. And then obviously here, stop threatening our bishops, Father Mwe. Wow, that's in the Daily Nation there. So it seems like this news has carried the conversation in the nation for a while. So that's towards Cornelius Mweto. And then obviously a video has been attached there by Chief Etayari saying, the bishop spoke the truth. Why are you upset? Stop being big-headed. Political power is borrowed, but he will be a priest forever. So he simply says, political power should not get to Cornelius Mweto's head in this case, because bishops and priests will be priests and bishops forever, but political power has got a tenure of office. As you know, the maximum tenure of office of a head of state in Zambia is 10 years. That's if they win both consecutive terms after elections. So he simply says, stay away from them, according to Chief Etayari. Obviously, articles coming from the Archbishop of Chipata there, being shared by different platforms. Emmanuel Wamba is one of them there. But in his recent visit to Kasama, there was another Catholic bishop that had joined the head of state. So UPND posted this. President of Zambian Conference for Catholic Bishops, ZCCB, and Kasama Diocese head Archbishop Ignatius Chama interacts with cabinet ministers during the commemoration of 2025 International Women's Day in Kasama today. So that's an image of the Archbishop of Kasama there interacting with the UPND. So it seems like Kasama is on board with the sitting government, but Chipata and Lusaka seems to have some issues there. And then Clayson Hamasaka, this is the chief communication specialist from State House. He was referring to a meeting that the opposition, Tonse Alliance and the Uka Alliance held at a hotel. So he says, this is Clayson Hamasaka. He says, I am honestly baffled by the fact that around 20 grown adults, each with their own beliefs and opinion, came together only to say absolutely nothing impressive, really. A true masterclass in wasting time. And then Mano Mamba does a rebuttal there, say the president needs to create a new chief communication specialist. But you cannot blame Grayson Amasaka here. He's a political appointee. So if he sees the appointing authority being hit by the opposition, it's expected. He's supposed to chip in as much as you like to refer to him as a civil servant, and he's supposed to stay out of politics. But his position is directly proportional to the powers that be. So he has to protect that. So he cannot let. I mean, he cannot let such statements come from Given Winda, Fred Membe, Sean Tembo, and a number of others from the two alliances. He has to do his job pretty much. So it is what it is. You cannot fault him for that. And then the Master newspaper says, you cannot silence the church. Receive feedback on people's sufferings with humility. Dr. Alec Banda advises government. So this is the Archbishop of Lusaka. He doubles down and says the government should simply acknowledge and be grateful that the Catholic Church is giving them feedback of what is going on the ground, as opposed to them attacking the people that are delivering the message in this case. So that's advice coming from the Catholic Church there. And that's the news, ladies and gentlemen.